You're watching today's video technical update presented by FXTimes. It is Tuesday, August 24th, 2010. I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst, and I'll go over some developments in the Forex markets. I'll be using VT Trader, so please download this trading platform to follow along. The main theme today so far is risk aversion. So the US dollar gained overnight, but then the dismal existing home sales in the beginning of the US session is challenging its strength. We can see that in the euro dollar, pound dollar, and the dollar Swiss franc pairs. The Japanese yen was the big winner instead. The US dollar Japanese yen hammered at a new 15-year low, and the euro yen a 9-year low. This video is being produced at about 11:45 a.m. during the US trading session. Starting with the euro dollar, and we all know that it has been declining since hitting this here at 1.30, near 1.33. So as this declined, we had a consolidation to start the week, but yesterday we saw the market break below. Here the Asian session and European session saw the market continue this decline, but during the beginning of the US session, with the release of a dismal existing home sales data, the dollar lost its attractiveness for the risk-averse cash flow. So at the moment, the dollar is pairing those gains. But what we have here is a possible negative reversal if the dollar doesn't rally above this high here, which is 1.2720. So if the market stays below 1.2720, we may still have another bearish attempt towards this 1.2560 area, which was projected from earlier. So instead, a new projection could be, since there's a negative reversal with your higher RSI and lower price high, we may have another attempt such as that. The thing is, we don't have this confirmation yet. We don't have any topping action yet, so keep your eye on this pair throughout the US session to see if there is topping action here below 1.2720. Okay, so moving on to pound dollar. Similar situation where we broke below some consolidation that has been there since last week. We had this last week. The pound dollar was pretty much ranging with a slight bearish slope. And this week, the market started declining, breaking below this 1.55 area, and now there's a throwback. So if this throwback doesn't break above the sort of middle pivot of this range, or you could say, the 50 moving average, even the 200 moving average. See, if it breaks above the 200 moving average, there is a reversal or bullish signal. But if it stays below that and it's sort of tops off around here, let's give it a Fibonacci study of 61.8%. That could be your threshold for your bearish outlook. So if the market breaks above 1.5525, we may be just in the sideways action looking for a bottom. Okay, looking at the daily, we are basically testing this previous high here. The market broke below that, almost hit this 50 moving average in the daily, and today's price action was very indecisive after some initial bearish attempt. So again, pound dollar right now supported, but testing dollar strength, and we could use the 61.8% retracement as a gauge of this dollar strength. So if the dollar is to remain strong, it shouldn't rally above this, and it shouldn't rally above this 200 moving average. Now for the dollar yen, which has been coasting just above 85, broke below that yesterday and continued throughout, and you see here in the beginning of the US session accelerated this decline a little bit further, but now there's, in the last couple of hours, there's some kind of pullback. What we see here in the RSI in the 1 hour time frame is very oversold conditions, and the market is rallying from that. But this is actually a very bearish signal, so look for the market to find some resistance here in the previous support area of 85. This is probably around 61.8% retracement. You see here. So this is a cluster of resistance here with the 50 moving average and 61.8% retracement, and the previous support now tested as resistance. So if the market tops off there, anticipate another decline, especially if the RSI here stays below 60. That would be a very strong RSI setup for the bearish outlook. In the monthly, I'm going to jump to the monthly now. You see here we've been having a summer of decline for the dollar Japanese yen, and it is projected to go all the way down to the 79 area, 79, 79.40 area, according to this suggested swing projection. And you have a negative reversal with your RSI here reaching a higher high, but your price level failing to reach a higher high. So this is the suggested target, but we do see some support here as well, with your 15-year low here reaching all the way down to about 82.40 area. So look for the market to find some bottom, some support at 82.50. Right now it's at 84 area. Here's the euro yen, which has reached a 9-year low down here, but in the last hour or two has paired some of those yen gains overnight. Here is the 1 hour time frame, and we see here overnight yen gain, euro yen declining, and now we saw a reversal combination here. So what we may be setting up is a negative reversal once the RSI reaches somewhere around 50. See where the price action is. If it's below this high here, so what we should be looking at are some possible support areas such as that. So here we already tested this as a resistance. So if the market reaches that 109 area, it should again see it as resistance. But here before that, we may see resistance in the form of this 50 moving average. So if the rally meets that around 107, 107.70, 108 area, look for the market to top off. That is possibly the 61.8% retracement area here. So look for the market to find some topping here, and if there is, look for this type of swing projection. Okay, so that's the euro yen. However, looking at the daily, we are at a important low, an important support area here. So watch for some kind of rally. If that rally if that rally sees a resistance here, look for a decline. But if it breaks above, especially if it breaks above 78.6%, this previous low, then you should reconsider the bearish continuation and anticipate some kind of bottoming action here into a rally within this range. But for now, price action suggests a continuation instead of a continuing range action. Okay, especially when your RSI here came to the oversold area, and here tested the bearish upper range and failed to go above 60. So now this continuation suggests the market is likely to continue lower than this previous low here at 109, 108. I mentioned the Japanese yen was a big winner, but really the Swiss franc was even a bigger winner. As we see here, dollar Swiss franc declines, and there is no pairing of this decline. The thing is, dollar Swiss franc wasn't declining overnight. It was still in this rally. So Swiss franc gaining sort of late in the action and maintaining those gains at the moment. And this is actually a follow-up on an update in FXTimes where we follow this ABC, or you could say AB equals CD retracement pattern, and a decline was projected as such to 1.0250, so 50 pips to that point. In the daily, we see this continuing bearish action. Even though we had this bullish divergence, what we had were negative reversals forming, which, if you follow my updates, always points to further, or at least one more leg of decline within this wave. So, looking at maybe let's look at the weekly. We could see that there's some further ways to go. For example, the parity level is a very probable target for the current decline right now. And that wraps it up for today. No video tomorrow, but I'll be hosting a Charters Corner strategy session, so make sure to register at FXTimes to get a free invite. Thanks for watching and good trading.